to BuzzBooster TV.
I'm Shahar.
And I'm Nash.
You know, today we are going to talk
Today...
about, we just had a friend leave in the studio, right?
Yes.
And she was talking a little bit about what happened to her in her business last year.
Yes.
And what were the comments?
Well, things weren't going well.
Yeah, and why?
Just because there weren't sales, that type of thing.
Okay.
And she lost motivation to actually keep going with her business.
Yes, because whatever was happening in the outside was affecting her
Was
emotionally.
so strong
Yeah.
that it kept her, that made her stagnant.
And made her lose focus as well.
Yes.
Well, this happens to all of us
It's
every now
normal.
and then, right? But we need to create a process
Yes.
so it doesn't impact your business, because things happen in life,
Yes.
right? Bad things happen, and of course
bad things will always happen.
Yeah, and you may have a bad day here or there, but if that is a constant and you allow that to interfere with your business, guess what happens? You stop
It's a
seeing
problem.
results.
Yes.
So here are a few things I think we could, introduce to our lives. First of all, we need to understand that we have to worry about the things we can control
Yes.
and not worry about things we cannot control.
For example?
For example, well, if there is a lost plane somewhere and it takes 20 days for people to find, there's nothing we can do,
Nothing you can
anything to change whatever is the outcome.
Yes.
So spending time worrying about that and feeling, it's okay to feel sad, but feeling sad in a way that
to the
impacts.
point where it gets in the way of your business.
Yes, that's not good. About
not
politics,
good.
same thing.
Yes.
There's very few things you can do to impact the outcome of that. The market, if the market is good or the market is bad, there's little you can do to influence that. So
Yes.
you really have to spend your time focusing on the things that you can change and you can control.
That's right.
That alone will take a lot of things from your shoulder, right?
What else?
Well, really see the reason why you're in business and what really motivates you.
Really go back to when you started. Like, what were the things that prompted you to start this in the first place?
Yeah.
To invest so much of your time and money and energy into it. And just sometimes just thinking about it, just remembering, might be enough to put you back into gear.
Yes. My friend the other day told me one thing that I thought it was just genius. That doesn't matter the situation you're in.
And it wasn't me?
It wasn't you. Can you believe that?
Yes. No.
me too. When he said that, I said, wow, that should have been Nashlah saying that. But he said that no matter what the situation you're in right now, you are responsible for it.
Yes.
We need to take accountability for the results we have in life.
Yes, and actually that statement can be brutal. Like, it can hit you in the stomach because to come to this, to realize that no matter the situation that I'm in, ultimately it's my fault. I have to take responsibility for that and move on from there.
Exactly, because if I am blaming the outside all the time, then it's never on me to change my environment.
And then guess what? Nothing ever changes.
Yeah, it's like a 3-year-old girl that gets the foot hurt with the chair, and they go and everybody around her says, bad chair, bad chair. No.
Is that what you used to do with me?
No.
Okay.
I would say, why did you put your foot there?
Yes, actually.
Right? Accountability from the beginning is very important.
It's true. She was very annoying that way.
Yeah, it was full of BS sometimes. But there's another story that I also think is very important for you to understand where you're coming from in your business and what you really, really want to accomplish. For example, there was a boy. And there was a field with melons on the floor. And he loved melons.
Are you sure melons grow on the floor?
I hope so.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not much of a gardener, if you haven't noticed. But I think they do, because they're very big. It would hurt people.
It would hurt the tree, right? That's what I mean.
And the head of whoever was below it.
The branches wouldn't really...
But
and then
anyway...
when it's ripe, it would fall right on your head.
Back on this to the story. Actually, in Brazil, there is a fruit that is this big.
Yeah.
It's called jaca. I have no clue how to say in English. And when you open it, really smells...
Isn't that
awful.
Durian.
I don't know. It's
durian.
To smell that is really, really bad. But people love that fruit.
It's huge,
but
and it actually does grow on trees. Is that what you're getting at?
And when it falls on somebody's head, it really hurts.
Yes.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the topic.
Nope.
But back to the story.
There was a boy in a field of melons.
No, he actually was on the other side of the fence.
Oh, he was. He saw. I don't know what story you're sharing.
So.
Okay.
What about you, my share? Just saying. Okay.
Okay.
So, field of melons. Boy on the other side.
A field of melons.
And
a
inside,
boy
I
on the
really,
other side
really
of the
want
fence.
to eat those melons. I want to pick them up. So he
Oh,
went.
those look so tasty.
You
I'd like
know
to
the
try.
story.
I'm adding to the story.
Really. So he went and got some friends to help him get there, right, to get the melons. So they went, they saw the fence, they had to go over the fence. And they climbed that, and it took them a while. It was pretty hard.
It was a hard, tall fence.
It was, but they finally did, and they went to the field of melons.
What are you laughing?
Because of you. Okay, so they were getting the melons, and then they heard a noise.
Uh-oh.
And they looked, and they saw those pit bulls.
Pit
coming.
bulls?
Yes.
On a field of melons?
Yes.
This is interesting. Keep going.
Okay. So they saw that the pit bulls were coming after them. And they really realized, I'm really in trouble here.
I better start running.
So they start running. And guess what happened when they came to the fence?
They didn't know what to do with the melons.
They left the house.
Stop
You're
laughing. You asked me.
laugh on camera.
You're the one laughing.
So,
You're the one
well,
laughing.
at least we think it's funny. So they left the melons and they jumped the fence. And just one quick jump and they were on the other side safe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because when they were climbing it the first time, it was really hard.
That was the whole point. And when they were running from the pit bull, they ran and jumped the fence. Well, there was a small friend that was on the other side and said, how did you do that? Because the first time it was so tough to jump through the fence. And the boy said, it all depends on the size of the dog you have running after you.
That's true.
So, take this for example. If what you have in life is a chihuahua running after you, you have all the money you need. If you go to work, fine. If you don't go, fine too. If you make sales today, fine. If you don't make too, you have a chihuahua after you. Or how people say here, one foot in each boat, you can go back and get a job. So if you accept that, that's a chihuahua. And you don't have to do anything. But if what you have is really a pit bull running after you,
then you're going to make it happen.
then you're going to make it happen. You will find inner motivation to keep things going.
That's interesting because I use a similar analogy. When I'm talking to someone, sometimes people are like, I really want to go in business for myself. And so they'll go, and sometimes they have this doubt, like, should I leave my job, or should I, things like that. And the one thing that I'm not going to give them advice like that, but, because it's ultimately up to them, but realistically, if you know that you have something that you can fall onto, you're not going to give it your all as much as if you knew that once you jump off the cliff, you're going to fall. There's no parachute.
Exactly.
Because then you're going to make it happen.
Yeah. So you have to see, the kind of things that you're going after and find that inner motivation so you keep going and you keep making things happen even during hard times.
Yeah, you have
because
to.
they do happen. And
They
we
do.
cannot stop the business. Now I have to deal with this.
No, exactly. Because if it's a business and not a hobby, the fact is it has to keep going even if things suck in your life. At times problems will occur. You just have to learn how to get past them, to solve them and get past them. But you can't let them come in the way of your business so much so that your business stops.
Exactly. Okay? I'm out of stories. And I'm still crying.
Yes.
Okay. So, don't forget, if you think this was valuable for you, and I hope it was, you take the left
it's a no-brainer.
on the side. Yes. Don't forget to share with your friends.
Please share.
Rate, thumbs up.
Yeah, like it on Facebook.
Yes, there are tons of social
Roku,
networks out there.
iTunes. Just spread the word.
Yeah, spread the word for us.
Yeah.
Don't forget to leave your comments and your questions.
Talk
We
to
love
us.
them.
Talk to us.
Yeah, you see.
We're lonely.
Yeah. Talk to us.
Okay.
See you next time.
See ya.